Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I want to speak about some sensors of the vehicle that you can find in the vehicle. First of all, it's Hall effect sensor. It's a device to measuring the magnetic field, and you can find in ignition system of your vehicle, engine speed sensor for fueling, and wheel speed sensor also for anti-lock braking system. It's a being ability to discriminate between charges moving in opposite directions, positive and negative. The Hall effect sensor detects a magnetic field which is then transformed into an analog or digital signal that can be read by an electronic system, typically a motor control system. And the purpose of it is to detect the variables such as the proximity, speed, or displacement of a mechanical system. An electronic device called a Hall effect sensor is made to detect Hall effect and turn the results into data that can be used to switch a circuit on and off. Measure a changing magnetic field. We proceed by an integrated computer or be shown on interface. The charge carriers will flow in a straight line from one to other side of the conductive plate. So in here we have the plate, then we have permanent magnet which it has N pole and S pole. Then we have current flow inside the conductive plate from the negative side to the positive side. And then this magnet, it will disturb the flow of the current. So if I use magnet to produce magnetic field with permanent magnet, then you will disturb the straight flow of the charge carriers due to the force called Lorentz force. As an example, if the electrons detect to one side of the plate and the positive poles to the other side of the plate, it means by using the multimeter can measure the voltage. And how it measures the speed, for example, detect the change in the internal magnetic field when the gear teeth or other frost targets pass by the sensor face and output, a digital square wave pulse string. If it fails, if the Hall effect sensors fail, what will happen? An excess of Hall effect sensor immediately affect the voltage applied to the BLDC motor and reduce the efficiency of the motor drives as a whole. So what is the BLDC? A brushless direct current motor is a small but powerful type of electric motor that uses direct current as its power source. Now the second sensor that I want to talk about is a magnetic reluctance sensor. The duty of this type of sensor is that to detect the variations in magnetic reluctance. The ferromagnetic pole piece and permanent magnet that make up the variable reluctance sensor are encased in a wire coil. In response to the passage of a ferromagnetic material by the pole piece's tip, the sensor outputs an analog voltage signal. The position and the speed of moving ferrous objects, iron objects for example, such as ignition system, engine speed sensor for fueling, and wheel speed sensor for anti-lock braking. And numerous tabs on the reluctor disc are designed to travel across the air gap in the magnetic circuit. The reluctor shafts rotate cause the reluctor tabs to move through the air gap. And if it fails, what will happen? Hard shifting, limited gear operation, delay shifting, and rough shifts. The third sensor is the thermistor. It has two opposite fundamental types, NTC and the PTC. The duty of the NTC is the resistance. It means when the resistance decreases as the temperature rises. It's a temperature sensor, but in series combination circuit, it acts as an inrush current limiter. For the PTC, it's opposite side of the NTC. It means if resistance increases, the temperature rises. So install a series circuit to protect against overcurrent conditions as resistable fuses. And if it fails, you will either see enormous temperatures shown or improbable temperature change. Location of the sensor. Most vehicles have their thermistors on the front of the car located behind the grille. The fourth sensor that I want to talk about is the fuel temperature sensor. It monitors the temperature of the fuel enters to the engine. So due to the fuel's high density, when cold, burning takes longer. Similar to this, gasoline that is too heated burns too quickly. And the fuel temperature sensor ensures that the fuel is supplied to the cylinder at the optimum temperature for the smooth running of the engine. If it fails, what will happen? May cause the engine to run poorly, stall, or have difficulty starting. Lambda sensor, or the other name of it is exhaust gas oxygen sensor. It determines the remaining oxygen content in the exhaust emission and provides the engine control with an electric signal to control the air-fuel ratio. A lambda sensor measures the residual oxygen content of the exhaust gas, and if it fails, the ECU will use incorrect information if the lambda sensor is broken, because no data will be sent if it is. And the yaw rate sensor. It evaluates if the car is starting to rotate around its vertical axis. It facilitates the determination of the present driving dynamic state of the vehicle by the ESP control unit. It is commonly measured in degrees per second or radians per second. Location of the sensor is under the driver or the passenger seat, mounted on the lever floorboard. If it fails, the vehicle becomes more susceptible to skipping or sliding during turns or sudden maneuvers. Thanks for your time to watch my videos.